America wants you to grow up and be a robot. Grow up, go to school, go to work, retire, die, and not ask any questions. I was a kid that always thought outside the box. I would always look at things that happen in life and I would always question, like, why do people live like this? Why do people think like this? Like, I did a year and a couple months of college and I realized this shit is not for me. School doesn't teach us how to be successful. It teaches us how to be robots. It teaches us how to conform to the system. College is just a really more enhanced high school. For the amount that they pay us in America, like average wages, things are overpriced. And it's like this for a reason. Like, I should be able to walk to a park in America and see fruit trees, but no, they literally plant male trees on purpose so the trees don't create more plants. I don't want to live in a country that focuses on profit and not the true health. They feed us unhealthy foods, GMO foods on purpose to keep us sick because slavery still exists, but it's mental. And if you live in America and you're following the system, you are most likely a mental slave. So what's good, you guys? In today's video, I'll be explaining why I am moving to Thailand in less than 7 days. Welcome to my brand new channel, Jimmy the Nomad, where I'll be living abroad and basically vlogging and documenting my journey going to different places. And my first checkpoint is Thailand. So I'm super excited. This is my first video on this channel. So go ahead and like, comment, click that red subscribe button so you don't miss any uploads from me. And I'm so excited for this new journey. So yeah, let's get into the intro.
Back when I was a kid, I knew I'd be up on the scene. Back when I was a kid, I knew I'd be up on your screen. Okay, I manifested. You see that God gave me hella blessings. Now I'm the God of my adolescence. I got my soul never selling. And you see my life getting better. I'm counting this money in cheddar. My foot on the pedal, I'll never let her. I know I'm a great, so I never settle. I can't be a puppet, you not your pedal. I can't be a puppet.
Alright, what's good, YouTube? I just rode my bike here to Publix. We're about to go get some buy one, get one free watermelon. You know, that's my favorite fruit, but we're gonna do that. And then, yeah, I'm gonna find a park and I'm just gonna speak to y'all because we are going to talk about why I am moving to Thailand. So that's gonna be a video. We out here in Publix. This is gonna be my last time buying watermelon from an American store while I'm living here because, bro, you can get watermelon for like $1 in fucking Thailand, which is amazing. But yeah, let me get this watermelon real quick and then I'm gonna see y'all. Oh yeah, you know the vibes. Buy one, get one free. We'll be looking at, it's gonna be like $7, so I can get 2 of these for like not that much. So yeah, watermelon secured. $8.42 for these 2 things. Not that bad. It's not that bad, America. Not that bad, but Thailand is better. So we finna skirt off to my favorite park. We gonna go to my favorite park and then I'm gonna just sit and I'm gonna, you know, do my little normal yapping session. Have a little one-on-one session with y'all, and yeah. All right, we're here and we're lit. What's up, you guys? It is Jimmy the Nomad, and I'm here with my first video. I believe this is gonna be my first video. I have been editing my documentary on my journey of getting ready to move to Thailand. So I have a lot of clips that I recorded before this actual video. But today's August 5th, I'm pretty sure. And I am 7 days away from moving to Thailand. I have approximately 7 days, 7-ish days. I'll be moving to Thailand a week from today. I'm super excited. So in today's video, it's gonna be kind of like a mukbang and me just explaining my thought process and everything. Just talking about everything on this journey and why I'm doing this journey. But first things first, I went to Publix and I got myself watermelon, my favorite fruit. They had a little 2-for-1 deal. I get 2 of these big watermelon jugs. Pause. That sounded, if I have any freaky people watching, if you took it that way, that's on you. But I got these 2 big old things of watermelon. That's funny as shit. And yeah, so I'm gonna be eating my watermelon and talking. So yeah, let's put the microphone over here, attach it to my neck or whatever. Let's get into it. So first things first, thank you for watching. Thank you for being attracted to my channel. If you're on my channel, you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. My channel isn't just for random people to see. I believe in everything being divine. So if this is your first time seeing me, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. I have been living in America basically my whole life. My family is Nigerian, so my parents, they grew up in Nigeria. They were, ooh, this watermelon tastes so good. It's been probably about a month since I've had watermelon. It's been too long, way too long. Watermelon is so good because it's a fruit that gives you hydration, so it's really good. I basically grew up in America my whole life. I grew up in the DMV area, originally from the DMV. Born in DC, grew up in Maryland, grew up in Virginia. Back when I was a sophomore in high school,
I moved to Florida, and I've basically been in Florida ever since. Like, there's been other places I've been to, but I'll elaborate a little bit more. I did live in Nigeria for a year when I was younger. It was cool. It's really cool to see how cultures are different when you go to different places of the world. A lot of people who grow up in America think that the way Americans live is the only way to live, but I'm like, nah, that's just one way. That's just one way, all right? Ooh, the fuck? The mosquito just bit me. What the fuck? That's one thing about Nigeria. I had to get used to these mosquitoes. I literally this motherfucker just bit me in my neck. God damn, I love nature, but when it comes to that, bro, should be ass. I was a kid that always thought outside the box. I literally always thought different than my peers. I would always look at things that happen in life and I would always question, like, why do people live like this? Why do people think like this? Like, why is it this? Why is it that? You feel me? Like, I was always one that used to question everything when I was younger. And I'm like, I feel like that's important, and that's a trait that not a lot of people have. A lot of people aren't used to questioning their reality. I'm a person who always, like I said, thought outside the box. I feel like when we're kids, especially growing up in America, we're honestly taught to think inside of a box and have a certain perception on how to view life. And I'm like, nah, you can't really just, like, that's basically being a robot. And I feel like that's what America is. Like, America wants you to grow up and be a robot in society. They want you to grow up, go to school, go to work, retire, die, and not ask any questions. You feel me? And I'm like, no, you gotta ask questions. Like, you gotta really escape the Matrix. Life is really like the Matrix. The Matrix is a documentary, and there really is the red pill and the blue pill. And I feel like I took the red pill when I was younger. I feel like I came out the room a red pill. I almost said wet pill. The red pill, you feel me? So honestly, you gotta realize it's okay to ask questions, and it's okay to not want to live the certain life that has been planned for you through television, through social media, through school, through your parents, through generational curses or whatever, you feel me? So I want you to realize that you're able to live the life that you want to live. Oh, of course it's raining. At this video, the show must go on. The show must go on. I genuinely feel like it's important that you think outside the box. Now, me personally, like I said, this video is about me and why I am moving to Thailand in 7 days. I ended up dropping out of college. I was really good at school, like super good, honor roll. I got straight A's all the way until high school. And then, yeah, I graduated high school when I was 17. I didn't even have to go to high school my senior year. My senior year, I was so good at school that I could have graduated, but instead of graduating early, I just took my senior year as my freshman year of college. There was a dual enrollment thing in Florida, so I did that. So by the time I was 18 or whatever, or no, by the time I was 17, I was a sophomore in college. I went to college for about a couple months after that. So I did a year and a couple months of college, and I realized this shit is not for me. And it was during COVID too. It was during COVID. COVID hit and I was like, whoa, what is this life? It felt like I was in a dystopian movie. And genuinely, growing up, I always thought outside the box. My favorite genre, my favorite movies were dystopian movies. My favorite show of all time is The 100. My favorite movie series of all time is The Hunger Games. I love the Squid Games. Like, I love all this shit. Everything, every show, every movie that thinks outside of the box, that shows what life really is in subliminal ways and subliminal messages, that is my type of show. That is my type of movie. You feel me? Because it shows real life in subliminal ways, subliminal messaging. Fast forward, yada this, yada that. I ended up dropping out of college because I realized it's not the path I want to take. That's not what I want to do with my life. You feel me? I'd rather figure out my life than pretending to know what I want to do with my life. You feel me? Like, I was not the college. My parents really forced that on me. My parents really said, you got to go to school. You got to go to work. The only way to be successful is by going to a good college and getting a good job. But that just didn't resonate with me. It didn't resonate with me. You feel me? So I took the chance of dropping out and really just pursuing my goals and my dreams. So back around when I was 18, I dropped out of college and then I started doing TikTok. I gained a huge following on TikTok, over 1 million followers. Some of y'all may know me from my other page, Jimi. I used to talk about a lot of conspiracies. I used to talk about a lot of spiritual things. I used to expose the government, so they kept banning me. And fast forward, my account was shadow banned, and now I'm not as popping as I was before, but that's not the point. The point is, I realized that I didn't want to put on an image and follow a life that other people wanted to put out for me. You feel me? So especially my parents, especially school, saying, you got to go to college. That's the only way to make money. That's this, that's that. And I'm like, nah, it's a scam. America is a scam. Like, I realized, like, America really, really, really is a scam. So
I took it upon myself to really just focus on my crafts. I'm a musician. I love making music. I love making content. You feel me? I love fitness. I love coaching. So honestly, for the past 4 or 5 years, I've really focused on that. Okay. So I realized, like, as I dropped out of college and really took myself away from society, right, in a way, because I was just focusing on my craft, focusing on looking within myself. You know, I hiked a lot. I spent a lot of time by myself. I built up my whole other YouTube channel. I did a lot of things that were focused on me instead of focusing on what other people wanted me to be. You feel me? So, I mean, even now, I don't have many friends. Like, y'all see me, I'm moving to Thailand by myself. I'm not moving to Thailand with nobody. You feel me? I'm moving by myself. I've really been solo dolo the past couple of years. Like, I'm not somebody that has a lot of friends nor wants a lot of friends. Do I feel alone a lot of the time? Yeah, but it's a trade-off when you don't need to seek validation from others, when you don't need that validation from others. You feel me? So the past couple of years, I've been focusing on myself, focusing on my fitness, focusing on the things I want to learn, my inner spirituality, developing a relationship with myself. You feel me? Developing a relationship with the universe, with God, aka yourself. I hold a lot of spiritual beliefs. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a very spiritual person. Okay, I will talk about that more in like other videos and stuff like that. But we shouldn't have to live a certain way. Like, I shouldn't have to attach my worth to a piece of paper, a degree. I shouldn't have to go to college and be in debt for years. I shouldn't have to pay for education. This is what's wrong with the world. Like, America tries to profit off of everything, and I'm like, bro, not everything needs to be a profit. You feel me? Damn, it's raining. That's tough. It really is raining. It's really raining. But no, this video is gonna come out. This video is gonna come out. This is dedication right here. Like, I don't care that it's raining. All right, this video gotta come out. We're gonna start with school. Let's start at the beginning. School doesn't teach us how to be successful. It teaches us how to be robots. It teaches us how to conform to the system. So I saw that when I was younger. I really woke up when I was 16, 17. I had my spiritual awakening, you could say. What up, buddy? There's a duck, a goose. I had my spiritual awakening when I was 16, 17, when COVID hit. That really put things into perspective, because I was like, yo, this world is fake. Like, this world is fake. America gotta be fake. You feel me? So school never taught us how to be successful. It taught us how to be workers. It taught us how to conform to the system. It taught us how to follow rules. All right. College is just a really more enhanced high school. It just teaches you more how to follow rules, telling you and programming you and indoctrinating you that you need school to be successful, that you need a degree to be looked at as worth more in somebody's eyes. And I'm like, no, this is all fake. This is all fake. This is all fake. After college, people go ahead and they graduate. Then majority of people, when they graduate, they're in debt. They spend a lot of their life either paying off that debt, they get a job, maybe they pay off the debt, but they're still working for somebody else and they never build anything for themselves. And I'm like, that's not the life I want to live, and I refuse to live that life. I refuse to live that life. That's not a life I want to live. That's just how I feel. You don't have to agree, but I feel like a lot of people have these intrusive thoughts. They think that they gotta follow the system, so they're not looked at as different. They gotta follow the rules, so they're not looked at as the outlier. A lot of people dress the same, talk the same, walk the same, because they don't want to be the outlier. They don't want to be the odd one out. And I was always the odd one out. And at times when I felt like the odd one out and I felt like I had to fit in and I tried to make myself fit in, it just wasn't me. So now I'm 22 and I'm committing myself to live life for me. So that's a big reason why I'm moving to Thailand. For the amount that they pay us in America, like average wages, things are overpriced. And it's like this for a reason. They don't want us to be rich. They want us to stay in debt. You feel me? Rent is like too much here. Rent is too much here. The price of food and organic fruits, like, luckily I got a deal on this. I got 2 of these for like $9, but still, fruit should be free. You feel me? This is abundant. 1 seed makes a watermelon plant. 1 apple has 7 to 8 seeds in it. Each seed makes an apple tree. Each apple tree makes hundreds of apples each harvest. America tries to profit off of everything. Like, I should be able to walk to a park in America and see fruit trees, but no, they literally plant male trees on purpose so the trees don't create more plants. America is a scam, my guy. It's a scam. They want us paying for everything. No, am I saying that things shouldn't cost money? No. But I'm saying I don't want to live in a country that focuses on profit and not the true health. They feed us unhealthy foods, GMO foods on purpose to keep us sick. They make health insurance unavailable so people have to pay a ton of money. You go to a hospital bill, a person will decide to die because they're not able to pay for their medical bills. Like, this is what's wrong with this country, bro. I could yap, but like, for real,
things need to change in this country. And this country, like, for me, it's not right for me. I want to live in a place where I feel like I can be free and truly myself. A place where I feel like I can afford to live and do the things that I want. A place where I feel like the food is not poisoned or the food is not tampered with. A place where I can go out and see real nature. A lot of people think this way. A place where I just feel free and feel more like myself. I'm an artist. I'm a creative. I'm a free thinker. I'm a content creator. I feel like me moving to Asia is something that is amazing. Something that will really free me from the chains, because slavery still exists, but it's mental. And if you live in America and you're following the system, you are most likely a mental slave. You're in prison. You're in a mental prison. Not physical, but mental. They have you thinking, they have you trapped in ways of thinking through school, through religion, through work, through fear. They program fear in you. They program it to you ever since we're kids. If you don't go to school, you're not gonna be successful and you're gonna be broke and this and that. When true abundance is all around, true abundance is everywhere. And I'm here to document my journey and to prove to myself, which will eventually prove to the world, because I spent too much of my life trying to prove something to the world. This is to prove something to myself. That's how you truly inspire somebody. You truly teach somebody, not by telling them or saying, hey, did you know that this is fake and you got to do this and that? No, you teach somebody by being an embodiment of that change. Gandhi said a really amazing quote that I've been saying for years. Be the change you wish to see in the world. If you want to change something in the world, you can't just go out and say, change this. Nah, that's not gonna work. You have to go out and you have to be the change, let people see that change in you, and then they are going to be like, oh my gosh, he did that. Maybe I can do that. You feel me? You feel me? Like, instead of me living in America and saying, hey, you guys should move out of America and you guys should rebel against the system for things to change. That's not gonna work. You know what is gonna work? Me leaving here and living the life I truly desire and focusing on me and people seeing that within me and them being like, oh shit, he actually did it. No, like, he actually did that. Like, he did that. You feel me? So that's how you change the world. Besides America being the scam and everything, like, that's a really huge reason why I'm leaving the country. But another reason is I've always wanted to travel since I was younger. I'm the first child. I have 2 siblings. I'm the first child. I've always felt that leadership position. Like, I've genuinely always been independent. My childhood growing up wasn't always great. Not in terms of financially. Like, financially, like, I feel like me and my family, we always been good. But in terms of, like, emotional support and, like, a lot of traumatic experiences, I've been through that a lot through my life. You feel me? Mental, physical abuse as a kid. Like, I'm not gonna go too in depth with it. That's not the point of the video, but that just says a little bit about me. You feel me? Like, I had to be independent. Like, I wasn't allowed to have friends. Like, you feel me? Like, I wasn't allowed to go out and do shit. I was forced to do a lot of shit. You feel me? Like, I was forced to focus on school. I was forced to obey. Like, I was forced to do shit. Like, if you come from an African background, you will understand what I'm talking about. You get beat, you get whooped, your voice doesn't really matter. So growing up, that wasn't really something that I wasn't taught that my voice mattered. That's something with my parents. That's something I've healed a lot from, but something I'm still healing. But a huge reason why I'm an artist, a huge reason why I'm a content creator, a huge reason why I use my voice, my throat chakra to just be myself, express myself, and try to heal the world. Because you can heal people through your own experiences and shit. So I don't know, like, this new channel, I'm really gonna be an open book. Like, I don't really have shit to hide. I'm just being me. Like, be you, be free. I don't give a fuck about my past numbers, my past 1 million followers, my past 70,000 subscribers on YouTube. I no longer feel connected to that community. So I'm building something fresh and I'm building something new. And I'm just glad, whoever's watching, I'm glad that you're here on this journey with me, bro. But back to my tangent, I had to be a leader. Everything you go through in life is for a reason. No matter how traumatic, no matter how bad, no matter how tough, it's all for a reason. And I feel like I went through that for a reason. It really has built me up to who I am today, okay? And I'm really glad that, like, I'm semi-glad that I went through it. Obviously, like, when you look back and you go through something traumatic and you're like, oh my gosh, did I really have to go through that? Like, that's so bad. Like, I wish that never happened. But then again, if you didn't go through that, would you be who you are today? Would you be who you are? Would you have the intelligence and knowledge that you have today without going through that in the past? When I was younger, I always wanted to travel. I've been on a few family vacations. I used to live in Nigeria for a year. I've been on, like, a cruise. Like, I'm not trying to sound like spoiled. Like, yes, I went on some vacations when I was younger. Were all the experiences good?
Not really, because I've been through a lot of trauma with my fucking family. You feel me? There's rich people who commit suicide. There's broke people that are the happiest people on earth. Money and experiences and all this shit doesn't mean what somebody went through is worse or not as serious as what somebody else went. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always found peace in adventure. I've always learned about myself in adventure. Back in 2023, I took the risk to move to California. Do I regret it? I don't believe in regrets. Were there things that I could have done smarter? Ways that I could have invested my money in better places and not wasted money and not wasted time or things like that? 100%, 1000%. But I believe everything happens for a reason, you feel me? So back in 2023, I moved to California for 1.5 years, and then I moved back to Florida for personal reasons, financial reasons, spiritual reasons. It taught me a lot though, so I'm not gonna sit here and complain. But this past year, I moved back to Florida in September. I've been working ever since, bro. I've been working, bro. I was working 3 to 4 jobs at one point, just trying to get out of debt, just trying to make so much money, feel like I was doing something with my life. I felt like a failure, bro. And capitalism was getting to me. I was working 3 to 4 jobs, barely getting sleep. I thought that the only way that I was doing something with my life was working out and making money, bro. And I'm like, nah. I sit here and I'm like, nah, that's not what life should be. That's not what life is about. If you see me looking at my wrist, it's because my Apple Watch is like my camera remote, but right now it just died, so hopefully it's still recording. But yeah, I'm like, bro, that's not life. Life is not just working out and working, going to sleep, pretending mental health is good. No, this is life. Taking a risk, believing in yourself, not caring what people think, not caring what my family thinks, not caring what other people think, and doing what I truly feel and desire within myself. And that's what I'm doing. I don't believe in capitalism. I'm not lazy. I just hate capitalism. I just despise capitalism. I despise giving my energy to a corporation, to a company that doesn't really care about me or my well-being, or a country that doesn't care about me or my well-being. I'm a nomad at heart, hence the name, Jimi the Nomad. A nomad is a person that can move around and find home anywhere, because true home is within. I don't need external sources to make me happy. I don't really have friends. There's nothing holding me back in America. The only thing that was holding me back before was doubt, fear, self-doubt. That's the only thing that was holding me back before, but that's not a factor. I fear nothing. I believe in myself. That's true abundance. That's true money. That's true wealth. Believe in myself. The only person holding me back was me. I'm not gonna blame any ex, any old friend, any old things. Tell me how I knew the phone was gonna overheat. That's why I kept getting up to check my phone. So I don't know how much of the ending that my phone recorded, but the last thing I could remember was talking about like your frequency and vibration. So to really manifest what you want to desire, you gotta tune yourself to a frequency. We're like radio stations. So when you want to listen to something specific, you're going to turn that knob to a radio station, right? You're going to turn the knob to a radio station. It's the same thing as you as a human. My phone keeps on overheating and I don't want it to, but oh my gosh. So fear and doubt is no longer a factor, and honestly, fear and doubt is the only thing that prevents people from living the life they want to live. And I'm not letting fear and doubt affect me no more, bro. So yeah, that's that. I was saying that we're like radio stations. If you want to manifest something, you got to tune yourself to the right frequency, the right station, all right? So I realized that me feeling the need to work all those fucking jobs and everything, it wasn't getting me closer to my goal. Like you would think, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to that, I have to do that, I have to save all this money, I have to stress in order to reach my dream and goal. And that's what we're taught as kids. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, bro, that's literally the opposite of what we're supposed to do. I saw a video of a girl on TikTok saying that she was working 2 jobs and became homeless. And then she became like a lot more abundant when she wasn't stressing out. Like, you feel me? Like, I hope that makes sense. You're not supposed to stress. I made a video on this a long time ago on my other channel. You're not supposed to suffer to stop suffering, all right? So you're not supposed to make yourself go through bad shit in order to eventually get to a happy ending. Nah, you have to live in that happy ending now. You have to be happy now in order to be that happy person, you feel me? You have to feel rich now in order to be that rich person. You have got to just believe in yourself. Believe everything will work out. Believe it's already working out in your favor, and so you'll start to attract shit. I have a very spiritual mindset, and I feel like it's so important. You gotta understand that you're magnets. You will attract what you are. You can't attract something that you're not at the moment. So I've been working hard on my mindset. I've been working hard and living in this abundance mindset. This mindset of abundance, because abundance isn't necessarily money. For me, abundance is freedom. Being able to have what I want, when I want it, You feel me? And abundance is all around. I ate this whole bowl of watermelon. I'm super excited. I'm going to Chiang Mai. I was thinking of Bangkok, but I realized like, I'm not a city person. I'm not a party person. I'm not a club person. I'm a mountain nature type of guy that can get down in the clubs and shit when it's time to get down in the clubs and shit, you feel me? But that's not my life. I'm not a partier, you feel me? And I realize no matter where you go, who you are will never run away from you. And I realize that. I feel like a lot of people go places to find themselves, but like, I'm not going to find myself. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to find myself or find my way. I know my way. My way is freedom. My way is creating music. My way is just being me, bro. You feel me? Just being me. So that's what I'm gonna do. Like, bro, if you have spending habits in America and you think I'm gonna go to Thailand and it's gonna be a lot better. Nah. If you have problem with because trust me, I do my research. I know Thailand is a freaky place. It could be a freaky place. A lot of them older guys, y'all older nasty guys be going there to just get the yeah. If your goal is to get the yeah, I'm not saying, oh, I'm the yeah man. Like, nah. If your goal is to get women and shit, and you can't get women in America, and you're going to Thailand to get women, you're not gonna get women. I'm not sitting here saying I get women. That's just not my priority right now. I'm a fine boy, handsome boy, melanin gold, fine boy, no pimples. I can get women if I need to. 6'2", muscular, abs on the way. I could, but that's not my goal. My goal is freedom. My goal is to live in a new way, think in a new way of life, live in a new way, live how I truly want, explore. I'm gonna be up in them temples, I'm gonna be up in the mountains, I'm gonna be hiking, I'm gonna be biking, I'm gonna be training that Muay Thai. Y'all gonna see my journey, bro, and I'm so excited. And when it's time to get down and shit in the parties and the clubs, you gonna see me get down. I'm vlogging my entire journey. I wanna be able to look back in this and be like, yo, he did that shit. My younger self will be so proud of me, bro. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I really hope this video, my goal isn't to get you to move to Thailand. My goal is to get you to just embrace being yourself and doing whatever the fuck you want to do and realizing life is a game. It's like GCA and it has no limits. As long as you believe in yourself and you stay focused on your goals and you put energy towards what it is that you want to create. You put energy towards what it is that will help you. Not putting energy into jobs and corporations and a country that doesn't care about you, but putting that energy into your crafts, your gifts, your art. You're gonna see it grow. Why help somebody else grow if they're not reciprocating that, when you could be putting that energy into yourself type shit? So yeah, thank y'all for watching. Follow my Instagram. Everything will be linked in the description. Follow my new TikTok. My Instagram is Jimi. TikTok is Jimi the Nomad. I got a brand new TikTok starting anew, and I love it. I love starting fresh. All right, follow my TikTok. Follow my music channel where I drop music. Follow my fitness channel where I give you fitness tips and advice. I'll be posting fitness here and also on my other page. If any of you guys want personal coaching with me, where I will be your personal coach when it comes to mindset, spirituality, fitness, and nutrition, you can apply to that below. I basically create a meal plan for you, a workout plan for you, and I help you build a new strong mindset. You feel me? So I'm a coach as well. Yeah, just thank you. Thank you guys for watching, and I really hope you subscribe, and I hope you follow me on this new journey. Peace.